Hello, Gemini, and welcome to your reading for what message is meant to find you right now. Remember that this reading does not necessarily have any specific date on it. Whenever this message finds you, and whenever you find this message, then this reading will be for you at this given time. You are starting with the dominant energy of the drum roll. Here you have, wow, look at that, the Nine of Pentacles. So something very important for you to really realize that you have accomplished a lot, okay? It is time for you now to kind of, sit back and rehash what you've been through in life and really tap yourself on the shoulder and say, hey, you know what? I'm proud of myself. I've been through a lot and look at where I'm at now. So it's time for you to really, sit there and look at all of the fruits of your labor, everything that you've been through, and also start enjoying them. Start enjoying the fruits of your labor. This is all about your glow up. This is all about your independence. This is all about your abundance. You are about to come into a lot of money, a lot of abundance, and you're going to start feeling yourself again. Again, this is kind of like your glow up period. You're going to start feeling yourself. You're going to start walking into rooms. People are going to start kind of like looking at you. So when they look at you, don't think to yourself, oh my God, what do I have on my face, right? What are they looking at? A lot of times people do that. Instead of thinking about the best case scenario, like, oh, they're admiring me. They think, oh my God, what is wrong with my hair? What is wrong with me? Why are they staring at me like that? So think about the best case scenario, because again, this is your glow up period. You will get eyes, okay? You will get a lot of people coming at you, maybe asking for your number. It's that energy where you kind of get that feeling of, oh, wow, I feel good in my own energy, that sort of thing. I'm also picking up on the energy where you're going to start getting a lot of opportunities based on perhaps the fact that you've recently achieved something. Okay, one of these cards, which is basically the general influential energy around this entire reading. So what is a general influential energy around this entire reading? All right, let's see this one, the number 51, which is equal to the number 6. So you also have here for your actual reading the Fool reverse, okay, the Devil, as well as the King of Swords, the Knight of Cups. You also have here the Three of Swords, okay, the Ace of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, and the Nine of Swords. Don't make any foolish decisions. Don't impulsively jump in because somebody is pressuring you or because you're pressuring yourself. It's all about self-exploration. Don't rush in. Could be Aries energy, doesn't have to be. I also see Capricorn energy, the root of the issue, okay? And your challenge is the devil, okay? Some kind of addiction, obsessive nature, obsessive relationship. It could also be an addictive cycle. It could be some kind of, just very toxic cycle between you and another person. Whatever this is, it's going to be challenging for you to choose wisely, okay? Because I do sense that either this person is still being toxic. They're still in that energy where perhaps there's still something very sneaky going on around your area, okay? In an area of your life is what I mean. Because underneath this, right underneath this, is the Seven of Cups. Weigh your options. I feel very strongly that this person that is influencing your life is not allowing you to think clearly, okay? I feel that there's something here where you might be placing a barrier in the form of excuses because you don't want to deal with the fact that this connection has already become toxic. Are you making excuses to keep this going? Ask yourself that question, because it's very clear that this is the challenge. The challenge is, how do I disconnect from something that doesn't serve me when it's so addicting? It feels so good, yet it's so bad for me, right? You eat that chocolate, okay, but you're on a diet. I'll give you an example, right? You're on a diet. You've been on a diet for quite a while. You've been doing so good, and then Valentine's Day comes along, and instead of just having one or two chocolates, you eat the whole entire box. And you're like, oh my gosh, it's fine, right? But if you know that triggers you into eating something more the next day, something more the next day, something worse the next day after, okay? Then again, that simple pleasure, that momentary pleasure is not worth that long-term consequence. If this is a relationship, okay, that we are talking about, that is toxic, and perhaps you've already set boundaries, or you're about to set boundaries and you're realizing that you need to set boundaries, and then this person comes back around tempting you again, knocking on your door. If you open it again, if you answer that text message, if you answer that call, I mean, again, it's a momentary pleasure with long-term consequences. So make sure to focus on that. Now, you also have here the King of Swords. With the King of Swords, this is basically you have the mental capacity to say no. You have the mental clarity to ask direct questions in order to get the answers, okay? But you have to utilize your mental clarity, okay? Right now, this is you having that power of knowing what's right and what's not right, of calling the shots with your mind. Use the energy of your mind, okay? The Three of Swords. Was it or is it this person? If they're coming back around, it's up to you. Are you going to open that door again? Okay, so now for another group of you, if you don't open that door again, and if you disconnect from whatever is toxic, again, it could be anything, a connection, a relationship, a job, a family member. People are surprised sometimes when I say, yes, you could even disconnect from your family member for the time being if they're being toxic to you. Even if they're blood, it does not matter. If they are being if they are being very toxic to you and you are just kind of there sitting there taking it because they're your family member, then this is a time for you to start creating space, okay? Now, what I like about this is your opportunity. Look at this, the Ace of Pentacles. You're going to have an opportunity to make more money, to make a lot of money. This is abundance coming in. So you have to be ready and prepared to say yes to this opportunity. If you're stuck sometimes in connections that drain your energy, like a toxic connection, a toxic job, a toxic friend, okay, if you're around those toxic environments, around toxic people, when these big opportunities come in, you either miss it, you miss out on it because you're so stressed out, they're stressing you out that you don't see it for what it is, or you don't have time for it, okay? Or maybe you say no to it because people around you want to see you down there, not up here, okay? So here with the Ace of Pentacles, it could be commitment related or money related. Somebody here offering you something big, a big opportunity coming for you, okay? It could also be a pay raise for some. Now here with the Seven of Cups, again, like I've already mentioned, in your subconsciousness, you don't know what to do. You're like, I have so many options. I'm not sure if I should do this, if I should do that, you know, scattered energy. Instead of looking at this as scattered energy, tell yourself, I'm exploring, self-exploration. I'll give you a perfect example. You know, sometimes when college students, you know, they have their parents paying for their college, or their parents keep asking them, when are you going to graduate? When are you going to graduate? When are you going to finally decide what major you want, you know, to start studying, whatever it is. But that teenager, that person is still trying to figure that out themselves, right? It's not that easy. Thankfully for some of us, our passion is just something that we're born with, right? Like myself, I feel so lucky and so blessed that I'm able to do what I love. But for others, they do have to explore. So if you need to explore your options, don't be hard on yourself. You know, try to not be pressured into something. A lot of times parents pressure children into, well, because, you know, there's this history of family doctors and family physicians, and you're going to have to be a doctor. I will pay for your college tuition only if you become a doctor, right? But then maybe that person is not into that. Maybe they are a creator. Maybe they want to sing. Maybe they want to, you know, who knows, paint or whatever it is, okay, something different. So this is all about self-exploration. You're going to have a lot of options, but don't let yourself get distracted by all of these options, okay, that you miss out on the right one, okay? Now, I also see here the Knight of Pentacles. It's going to be a slow-moving energy. I do sense that you need to start planning, you need to start strategizing in order to move ahead. Don't judge yourself because maybe you're moving slower than other people. Maybe some things are not working as quickly as you might want them to move, okay? Or maybe you might tell yourself, I'm really confused right now. I'm really not sure if I want this or if I want that. I feel like I want it all, that sort of thing. It's okay. Give yourself the space and give yourself the time. Don't let any fear mongers, okay, put you into that state of chaos, anxiety, and fear. Now here with your action advice, it's time for you to start moving forward and start It's time for you to start making decisions and taking action and communicating. More than anything, start communicating with other people. You are a natural born communicator. This is your forte. This is what you were born to do. Part of it is communicate, okay? Now, also what I see here is the Nine of Swords reverse as your outcome energy. Here with the Nine of Swords reverse, I like seeing this because guess what? If you take all this advice, then all of that anxiety, all of those sleepless nights, guess what? No more. You're no longer going to have that anxiety. It's going to go away. So self-acceptance as well is what I'm hearing. Let's go ahead and see what this Nine of Pentacles is here for you. What is this Nine of Pentacles? You have here the Ten of Cups. You also have here the Six of Swords and the Four of Swords reverse, as well as the Seven of Wands. It's time for you to stand your ground. Say no when you mean no. Say yes when you mean yes, okay? Don't let anybody influence you, your decisions. It's time for you to say, you know what? In this area of my life, with this person, with this situation, enough is enough. Stand your ground, okay? It's all about you not letting people step all over you anymore, okay? Because that's the only way that you can feel alive again. You can start something new. There's a passionate brand new beginning if you stand your ground, okay? There might be conflict. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. You might have to, you might get into it with someone, okay? But it's worth it. It's worth it because it represents your passion. It represents what you really want, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a commitment. For some, it's a relationship because I do see here the Ten of Cups. Could be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But I do see here, for you that you are coming into a union if you're not in one already. For some, this might be a marriage that you're already involved in, and somebody here is not wanting to move on, okay? If you're afraid that somebody's going to move on from you, they're not. I feel like right now they're just taking a break. They're kind of recovering from something, but soon they're going to come out of that recovery mode. I see that there's a beautiful bond being created here between two people, between two family members, co-workers, whatever this is. Okay, now let's go ahead and see the final result. What is this final result all about? So, final result, wow, the Ace of Cups, the Judgment reverse, as well as a Wheel of Fortune. At the bottom of the deck, you have here the Justice. Justice will be served. Okay, if something here in your life has not worked out, maybe there was an imbalance, an unequal give and take, don't worry. Karma is going to take care of it. It always does. There's nothing that you need to do in order to make sure that the karmic scales are balanced. Karma will do that for you, okay? So there's something here about justice, there's something here about karma coming in to balance out something that was once unequal. Now, I also see that you're coming into love. This is going to result in a lot of love and a lot of passion. I see that there's an opening up of love, of the heart chakra. Judgment reverse as well. I feel like the past is not for you, okay? If you've been thinking about the past, this is telling you no reunion right now. There's no reconciliation at this moment. The right timing is here for you to open up your heart to something new, because the Ace of Cups is brand new love, okay? Not something toxic from the past, okay? It doesn't have to be, a relationship. It could be anything. It could be just a thought. But I do see here very clearly that the time is basically luck is on your side, okay? The Wheel of Fortune is now turning in your favor. You've done things right. You've followed the right things, the right, personal rules. Maybe you said you were going to do something and you're actually doing it. So congratulations on that end. Now it's your turn. The Wheel of Fortune is bringing luck in your favor. It's opening up new doors for you. You're going to feel alive again. You're going to feel very independent. It's all of that pure positive energy that makes you feel like yourself once again after something maybe that you went through that was very toxic, okay? Now go ahead and ask a question, and you're going to make a yes or no answer. It could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Also at the bottom of the deck, say no to the past. Okay, so this is something that you're not really considering for long term. You need to start considering, okay? In order for you to get the best results, you have to start looking at what benefits you for long term. Right now, I do sense that perhaps you're not in that mindset, but this is just advice for you. So your answer to whatever question you asked, it is a no. Now let's roll the dice to see what the dice has here for you, what messages do we have here? We have here the sign of Gemini, the sign of Taurus, as well as, let's see, let me turn these over. Okay, the sign of Taurus and the number 2. So focus on your career, focus on your finances, focus on how to make more money, how to save more money, how to invest, where to invest in, what this investment is going to give to you, how long, okay? It's all about you focusing on your security. What makes you feel secure on the financial front? It's all about money, 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 okay? Don't forget about that. Also here with the number 2, it's all about basically, you know, it's more so that energy where you need to focus on doing things that will benefit you for the long term. If you are starting a project, if you are starting, you know, maybe some kind of business or something, make sure that it's going to benefit you too. It's not just going to be about, okay, let me give. No, you have to make sure that it's going to also give back to you in some kind of way. Now also make sure that you use your power of communication. It could also be representing trips if you want to take a short trip, if you want to take a vacation, okay? It also represents where you come from, your roots, you know, something having to do with your roots and where you come from. Focus on that. That's going to give you the answer to something that you seek. It's also having to do with if there has been some kind of misunderstanding. That misunderstanding is based on miscommunication. Make sure that you have the mental clarity to communicate what you really mean so that that person doesn't misunderstand you, but also learn that communication is a two-way street. It's not just about what you have to say, it's also about what the other person has got to say to you. Meaning, you also have to listen. Communicate, but also listen to what others have to say to you, okay? An equal give and take. All right, so let's go ahead and grab one of these to see what your angel message is to finalize your reading. You have here the number 9, success. Of course, you are going towards success. It's leading to success. Okay, you have the 9 of Pentacles as well. It's your compassion that makes you shine. You are devoted to helping the greater good and have a strong talent for speaking up for others, okay? Your soul is most satisfied when you are being of service. I am compassionate. Of course you are. So this is all about you and your compassionate nature, which again, if you start doing something, maybe right now you're confused, you're like, okay, I'm exploring myself. Remember, you got self-exploration. If you're still trying to figure out what to do, where to invest your energy, focus on giving. Focus on being compassionate, and then the universe will give back to you, okay, in some kind of beautiful way. All right, this is what I have for you. If you are interested in watching the extended, you can find the link to the extended down in the description box below. And I have partnered with Psychic Source so that you can receive 10 minutes for only $10 and an additional 3 minutes for free. Make sure to use my special discount code 26489 at checkout. The link to my Psychic Source partnership is down in the description box below. In the extended reading, I go into the other person's subconsciousness, their deeper thoughts about you, their deeper feelings for you, their next actions, moves, and more. And thank you all so much for all of your positive feedback for the extended reading. I am so glad that you guys are loving the extended reading so much. So again, if you want to check out the link to the extended, the link is down in the description box below.